Woo, werewolves of London. Welcome, fellow Mythrunians, to the Halloween party. Woo! Assuming you guys are actually here on live, but the whole thing will go on all weekend as far as if you want to like go and click the things or make a property or whatever. So I got kind of everything together kind of at the last minute. So, all right, without further ado, let's go and get started. There's the patrons. They actually are super critical now because the public server is now running up on a Hetzner cloud instance, and so that's costing me actual money to run my server. So thank the patrons because they're partly responsible for paying for that. And so we shall get started. It says I've got nobody on, but that's okay. It lies to me. It says 2 on there, so. Anyway, if you're on, say hi. What we are going to do now is play around in the game. So I did finally get everything working at kind of the last minute. Also, like I've got a bunch of new features. So we're up on a public server now. And looks like somebody's trying to log in, maybe. Maybe it was me. I don't know. Anyway, we had like a authentication error there, so I thought somebody was trying to log in. Anyway, so now I've got like the ability to run the server standalone and be able to like SSH into the actual game server. That's what this is. Where I can run server admin commands. So like I'm directly into the server. So that was one of the things I needed to get because when I'm local here, I can just lean over and type on the keyboard over here. But when it's in Helsinki, Finland, I can't do that. I've got to SSH in, and now I've got access to all my stuff. I can check the memory on the server. I can run GC and slow everybody down for a second. That kind of thing. Anyway, I've got my property. All the stuff is done. If anybody logs in, I'll show them how to get to the thing and capture their costume. I think I'm going to finish my costume real quick, recapture it, and then, yeah, so all of these things are slow. Everything should be faster, but inventory and loading the clothing and stuff, that's still slow. I haven't fixed that yet. But now that I'm connecting remotely as well, you'll find that I'll be more inclined to fix these performance issues. Okay, I think what I decided is that I'm going to give her just kind of black and white. Of course, it's black and red rather. Let's use leather for the red part. Nah, it's too dark. Let's use wool. That's pretty dark. Dark red? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I think relatively low waist pants. Let's just go pants. Yeah, so that's perfect. Okay, so just around here. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to be able to because it's going to put in both of the sides here. Maybe what I'll do is make this symmetrical. So let's undo all this and do mirror edit. Because the thing is, there's like it's kind of an issue. You can't actually have different. Hey, Romcram, how's it going? You're actually in the server. Dum-de-dum. Cool. Yeah, that's one thing is when you're in the editor, you can't actually see. So I think what I want to do is make this a combination. Like, we'll make it go all the way down to about here. And then around to the back as well. that's so creating an asymmetrical costume that requires asymmetrical pants is not really possible right now because of the way the just in a lost in a dark forest at Halloween. Not feeling too good about that. You can warp. Do you know how to warp? So let me save my clothing here. So if you're here, you open the command console and you type the little tilde character. For me, it's up there by the 1. Shift and I hit that little tilde character, and you type warp, and it'll present you with a menu. Yours will have a lot fewer options than mine, but one of them will be Halloween Town, and you can just warp right to Halloween Town. It'll warp you to the center next to the crypt. So you got that going for you. Yeah, I need to put some lights down. I need to put some work lights down around my in fact, let's do that real quick. Where are the lights? Oh, well, I have to select a material to get the lights. Light. So yeah, right 20 minutes before the live stream, I discovered a critical client bug. So I apologize in advance if you guys get this one crash, because I got it locally a few times. I've already fixed it, and I will put up a new release tomorrow. There really wasn't time to put up another one tonight. But it's harmless other than the fact that it crashes your client and you gotta log in again. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, let me put some work lights down so that I can work on my house here in a minute. I have an idea for a haunted house, or like a spooky looking house. Ooh, look at the moon. Come on. A little sliver of a moon. We need the little guy fishing from the DreamWorks. Let's see who else is in. Just me. Actually, I should just use the regular who. I guess for me that's the same. Okay. I don't want to like broadcast people's IP addresses though. I've got the admin version, which is why it's okay, so I think maybe we'll do a little wider, and then we'll come back with the other color. Okay, so we don't want that. Yeah, we'll run this all the way out the same. Okay, I hope this looks cool when I'm done. Okay, now black. So let's go suede, black suede. And first we will do some edges. We'll do a right edge. We'll come down here. Reminds me a little bit of those yoga pants that have like the kind of cool lines in them. Okay, so we do this, and then we go back to the full square. Boink, 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 boink. So how's everyone's week been? My week has been crazy. Oops. I had a Halloween gig that I set myself up for on Wednesday. Got together with a pop-up group of people to play some Halloween-themed music at an open mic. We had a lot of fun. We only had one practice, so we didn't actually play great necessarily, but we got the point across. Played Thriller and Werewolves of London and cool stuff like that. Okay, so I think let's look at how the torso looks. Yeah, I think maybe a bright white belt, maybe? Or we can just put more of these buttons all the way around. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so let's see what the full thing looks like. Yes, you've got little no boots or anything, just so she probably needs some kind of weird footwear. Let's give her some green. I don't think I implemented green leather, did I? I did. It's really dark though. Square. Yeah, it's really dark, so let's not do that. But we can do that for the bottoms. We're still symmetrical good, so I only have to do one side. Oh, the bottom of the feet aren't mirrored. I have to self-report a bug there. That's annoying. Okay, I know the feet themselves work. Yeah, we'll do edges, edge, bottom. That's exactly what I want. Because I'm just going to give this a little sole. Actually, we probably want to fill in the material first. So let's go with twill, dark green, square. Alright. So we're just going to kind of create some. How do you export and import local clothes again? So if you're running single player locally, you open your clothing, like I've got my clothing open right now, and you hit X, and it will export that to a file in a folder. And then if you connect back to the server, you can hit Control X. So if you come back to the server and you say new clothing, and then you hit Control X, you can load in that saved clothing on top of whatever you've got loaded. Hope that makes sense. So X key to export, Control X to import it. But you have to be in the clothing editor for that to work. Hope that makes sense. Alright, so let's go back to the... If that doesn't make sense, let me know, and I'll try to explain it better. Okay, so... maybe is there a light green? There's just a green. Ah, that's the one. That's the stuff. So I think we're just going to make kind of like some moccasin-looking things. Is that making? Yes, it is. Boink, 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 boink. I'm gonna come back in a second and add edges to some of these. Okay, I like that. We'll give it a little bit of a toe. I like that too. Actually, that's good. That is good right there. And then we will actually come back and give some edges to some of these. You guys can't really see it, but I mean, it is catching the shadow a little bit. And then I think it should work up here too, so boink, boink, boink. Alright, I think that's good. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so we got the dark green again. I'm going to do the edge, the lower edge, so I'm going to come around here and I'm going to give it a little bit of a... let that sole have some thickness. It's important to have a thick sole. Alright. She's got feet. I think I want to give her some kind of cuff on the bottom here, but actually let's see what it looks like in full. That's okay. I mean, she looks a little silly. That's the point though, right? In fact, what I will add... why do I feel like I want to put like a silver buckle center, like down here on the edge of the... I just feel like it goes there. But maybe not. What about the shoe? No, that's too low down for the shoe. Okay, I think I've done enough with this. So now I have to go to my character. I have to take off the old one. Just to remove, I'm going to remove her slippers. And then I'm going to put her costume back on, because that's how you refresh. Alright, Oh, and I gotta take off her other clothes. Alright, actually that's not bad. Okay, and now I'm going to go recapture. So here's how you capture your costume. If you go to the center of town here, you know, the place where you come in when you warp. Get a little bit of choppy lag. So, okay, I'm also curious how everyone's performance is when they're logged into this server, because you know, I'm paying for it. If you're in the game, you can do like /ping, and it will show you like your ping statistics. So I'm getting like a 17 milliseconds ping according to the game for my UDP packets, and I'm missing nothing. So I have a really good connection. So probably that is why it feels really nice. People say they can't do parkour with this level of lag, but actually I'm not having too much trouble. Okay, so there's this crypt thingy here. If you go down into the stairs, dip, 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 dip. I think this is like a place where there could be a bunch of bodies. There are not, but there could be. You enter into this like creepy place over here, and you find this place. And so there's this weird looking statue in the middle, and if you click on it and say take a snapshot, take a snapshot. There we go. Okay, so yes, I already have a statue, so I'm going to update my costume. And so now it updated that. So now it's got my pants and stuff that I added. See, it's got the hat. So when you come in here and you click on it, it'll pick one of these sort of semi-randomly to put your statue on. So I recommend it. And that's how you get captured for posterity. And so like then if you come up and if somebody comes and looks at it, you know, it'll say, oh yeah, I've still got the debug code in there. But okay, so say this, you know, statue immortalized the costume of Fade, which is my character's name. And you can do a different one for each character, but if you come back with the same character, you can update. So that's what I've been doing, right? Update your costume. Yep, that's what I did. So in this case, it didn't update anything because it didn't change anything. But that's that. Let me go back out. Actually, you can fly up through the hole in the ceiling. Where's the exit? It's hiding. Oh, it's back here. She is back here. Okay. Guess what? There's a little secret door right here. Don't tell anybody. Because you can get back behind the crypt here. And peek at people when they're coming in. There's a bug actually in the physics of the doors. Okay, so let's come back out of the crypt. I'll close the door behind me. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and work on my house. See, is there anybody else on right now? She looks like Rom just left. Uh-oh. Did he crash? I hope everything is okay. Yeah, I changed the terrain loading code to properly oh, there's another house here. Whose house is this? This is Gomric's house. Okay, so I'm going to visit Gomric's house. So if I come to somebody's house, I come and I can say visit. I can say visit. Now you won't have all those options. I'm an admin, so I got... Oh, you forgot the clothing. I see. And so now if I look at, say, you know, he's been visited one time, somewhere he should have a candy bowl. Yeah, so you can also come over here and you can take a piece of candy. Take some candy. And so now it'll say, look, and I say, yep, one piece of candy has been taken. If I look in my inventory, there's this little, Halloween basket guy. And if I look at it, right click, look, it'll say how many pieces of candy I grabbed. So it keeps track of that stuff, keeps track of where you visited, and so I can't visit a thing twice, but it's kind of cool. I don't think I took a piece of candy. I don't think I visited or took a piece of candy from Zathras's cool house over here. I think she was going for a little bit of chaos with the. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So yep. So I have not visited. It's been visited 0 times. So I'm gonna visit it. I'll be the first visitor. I'm gonna take a piece of candy too. Oops, I can't get it. Ah, there we go. Oh no. There we go. Now I took some candy. Yep. Cool deal. Alright, so I visited that house. Now I can work on my own house, which I have to remember where I put it. So anyway, yeah, there's a when the train streams in slowly, it would be incorrectly prioritized because it wouldn't reprioritize as you moved around. So like it would start loading in like these sections right around you, but then if you kept walking, you might be like closer to terrain out here that it had already paged in at a lower priority, but now you're standing right on it. And so what I did was I modified it so that as you move around, it reprioritizes anything that's in the background ready to be rendered. But apparently there was one little edge case I didn't handle on there, so it throws a null pointer exception on certain kinds of rarely timed events. So if you see that, you can just log back in. It's harmless other than the fact that it's a pain in the butt. So I feel like I accidentally put a doorway there. Okay, so I have this idea to build a slanty house. So I like to leave my trees, so I'm gonna see about building it off to the side here. I'll go and clear the grass. I can put grass down later. But I was thinking of like, what kind of house would like the Addams family have? Be all at weird angles, right? Okay, so all right. And so I think what I shall do, and we'll see if I actually have all of the blocks I need to do this. I may have to remove that tree. I mean, it's kind of okay. This is my least favorite kind of tree. I call them the lollipop trees because they're just a round blop of leaves on top of a stick. Lollipop trees, yeah. Alright, so let's find the wood. Alright, so we want wood. I think, do we have steep wedge? We do. And so we ought to be able to come here and do blank, 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 blank. How big do I want to make it? 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a pretty good size. And then, because I'm a stickler for this sort of thing, happy Halloween. Oh, I had to take the kids trick-or-treating and fishing today. Nice fishing. Sorry for not finishing this. No worries, man. That is the downside of having this on Halloween. I'm fortunate just because my wife and my daughter, were able to field the trick-or-treaters. Get a little bit of frame lag there. Now we are going to watch Welcome to the Dairy, or I would hop on. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Sorry you couldn't make it, man, but thanks for the heads up. And thanks for the help looking at the servers and things earlier. So far, our new server seems okay. Every now and then I go and check the memory. Oh, we're at, what, 29%? That's not too bad. And I can now do this, GC. And now, yeah, so we're doing pretty good. All right. So I did 8. What did I do? 8. So anyway, I'll leave all the fancy clickable things up all weekend at least, and maybe we'll revisit next Friday what everybody did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I did 8. Let's make it a square house. I'm definitely going to take that tree out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That is the footprint of our house. That is our foundation. Oh yeah. Okay, I made it back in. Cool. Anyway, so like, yeah, expect many new performance improvements regarding client-server communications, because so like I don't know if you guys remember, but for on one live stream a while back we were working on the inventory stuff, and it's still the old crappy inventory, but it takes like 30 seconds to open it, and it feels like the first time. And I had refactored most of that, I just never integrated it into the game. Now all that needs to be revisited. But like, I start things, and then these holidays run around, and I get these special events done. Now I got a lot of cool stuff done for this one, and fixed a lot of cool bugs, or uncool bugs. There are a lot of cool bug fixes. But it's still like the thing I was working on got sidelined, and so the, the AI stuff for the mobs that got sidelined. Originally the inventory refactoring, which is a really annoying, because you can't have assemblies in here, so like I can only have simple objects. And so there's the whole new one, and then there'll be potentially other slots we can put stuff in, and so I need to finish all that stuff. Okay, so I think I'm going to do like this. Yeah, so I'm going to take this tree out, which unfortunately is kind of a pain, as many of you have learned over the years. It's not like Minecraft where it'll just sort of die on its own. You've got to click all the leaves away. If you get good at it, you can kind of like predict where it's going to be in the X, sort of, right? Where they crisscross the center of the leaf block. Anyway, that's good enough. Okay, so yeah, I got my costume captured. Okay. So let's make the crooked walls. So we need a different block. I think. Oh, do we have an inverted wide wedge? Oh, I can't do this with wood. That's okay. And we'll do it with Yeah, so when you're in here, it is actually 3D, and so like as you move around, you can see in the back there is the thing. But to simplify inventory management, what I've done is I've taken the volume of the 3D space, broken it into sort of a minimum size, and then reprojected that into 2D space, and then I shrink the objects accordingly. So otherwise you could never fit a sword in here, that kind of thing. But for the chests, you actually do get layers. And, so if you move around, you can see the different layers. So you get little layer tabs up here because the chests are so big, you just couldn't fit them on the screen with that, 3D to 2D algorithm that maintains the volume of the space but puts it in flat. And so it actually has little tabs for the different layers, but you can actually see the objects in the layers through the layers you're looking at, which is kind of cool. I like those kind of little things, All right. So what's do I want to use stone? Yeah, I guess we'll have to use stone because it's a big problem, but I need to make a carved version of wood that doesn't have all the planks. So just solid wood. And then I have more options for. I'm like sitting right on a column boundary, or what Minecraft will call a chunk boundary. So every time I cross over the middle of my house, it gives me this little bit of lag as the birds and things spawn in and out. Okay, I don't have enough light to see which kind of block I have selected here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is what I want. And I'll have to put one over here too. I should have actually left the grass there. I think it would look better. Yeah, so you just witnessed another bug that I plan to fix at some point. When you're on a, I call them columns because they're, there's leaves and columns. Anyway, when you're right on a boundary, you see for a second there we saw into the neighboring thing because it didn't update that chunk at the same time it updated this chunk. Old Mythruna had fixed that. I just haven't. New Mythruna has that problem again, so I need to. It's like almost make it transactional. It's same. It affects the lighting too. So every now and then you'll see lighting not get updated correctly on a column boundary. Yeah, when I say columns, there's like a 32. I need to, the 32 by 32 sections of the world. Okay, so now we want. Am I still got the right block selected? I do not. I need to select this. We'll come back over here. So now. Doink, 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 doink. Going to Welcome to Dairy. Not sure I know what that show is. Alright, so now we want a steep slope. Steep wedge. Boink, boink. Flip it around. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. Now inside I'm gonna do something different, but I want to just get the whole thing, set up. It's quite a bit of skew there. And now we need the top part. So now we need the wide wedge. This guy. I think we can jump up here. Anyway, so far I'm pleasantly surprised by the performance that I'm getting across the Atlantic. I'm quite pleased. I sweated a little bit trying to decide the the servers are more expensive if I had one in the US. Like I could have one, 10 miles down the road. Um, but they're more expensive through Hetzner to get ones in the US. And so I was like, well, there's two reasons that it'd be better to do it in Central Europe. And one is that, well, I have players in Central Europe and they'll have a better time. The other is that I will get to see what the experience is like when you're not like local. And so far, I'm not, I wouldn't say pleasantly surprised. I was pretty sure there were no serious issues, but that doesn't, I mean, I did find plenty, right? I fixed a bunch. But the core itself of the network syncing, which is the open source stuff, I should have been a little more confident about that because there's a guy who was one of the original users of that Sim Ethereal, which is the open source network syncing that Mythruna uses, that I wrote. That's actually up in Maven Central. You can use it in your own Java applications. But he had like something like 10,000 players in his game. It was like a space game. 10,000 players at a time kind of thing. So I knew it could handle high volume. And here's a cool thing, right? So we're getting object sync stuff, and when I look at this ping, you see my average message size is 130 bytes. Every time I make claims about how good the compression is on the object syncing, so that's including like all of the local birds and stuff that are flying around. I'm getting object update events about them, any butterflies. If players were running around, I'd get object update events about them. Fit all that in 1300 and 130 bytes. I actually try really hard to fit 3 frames worth of data in under 1500 bytes because that's like the minimum. That's like a standard UDP packet size or something, like a MTU. Yeah, minimum transmit unit or something like that. I'm not an expert on any of that by any means, but so I do a lot of like compression, and so it's really kind of, I have to redo the math sometimes to just verify that that's really correct. But I fit a lot of object updates in a very small space. Oops, wrong way. Yay, the sun's coming up again. Okay. So now we have like all of the parts, and it should be easier to but I'm almost tall enough that I want to curve the other way. Alright. So we've got that looking like that. And then I kind of want to have like walls and stuff too. So what can I do for a doorway? Let's make a doorway. Yeah, I'd have to make it at least over there. Okay. Okay. I can put one there. I can put one. Oh, we're going to put one there. Can I walk through that? I can't. Oh, I can. Well, I can because I haven't put the rest of it on yet. I think we're going to have to do the wider door. Or we flip it around. Ah. Yeah, that's what we do. There we go. not that. We want that. So yeah, this is really strange geometry, right? I think it's cool. Actually, it kind of reminds me of something I'd see in Beetlejuice, right? Actually, we want to go one more, I think. See, we need this guy. Except for we're not going to use that guy, but oops. Oh man. My aim is very bad when flying. Like there's no hover, so alright. So we want it on this side, but we don't want it on this side. That's just a okay, so we want that. There we go. Gotta time it right. I just don't feel like building a scaffolding. Okay, and so then if I take a cube and make it stretch across, oh, thank you. Yeah, if you look really close, it's like all fractal and stuff, so there's a lot of detail in there. Okay, so we've got our curvy looking housey thing. Yeah, definitely Beetlejuice. I'm thinking Tim Burton. Okay, we'll make it go up one more, and then I think I'll flip it around and whoa, falling down the hill. Actually, that could be where we want to be. See, I need the, yeah, I need that one. Anyway, thank you about the statues. Every now and then I'm lucky, and an idea I have doesn't take too long to implement. And that was one of those ones. I did another fractal shader, which was kind of fun. And it was just kind of beating on the numbers until they looked right. Okay, I think I'm going to call that the first level. And then we'll work out how we're going to... Yeah, so that's the unfortunate thing. You know, it just comes right on top of that other one, so we don't really see the doorway anymore. You know, the frame of the door. And then what I want to do is put like a wall behind this one, I think. Yeah, because obviously I can't nest in. This is just going to be really thick framing. But let's use black marble, maybe. And so in here, we don't care so much how it looks. We just want it to nest in properly. Although I will come in and make these match. Let's see what that looks like from out here. Oh yeah, from the street. That's cool. Okay, I missed crossing over that boundary. I picked a really bad property, but you know, at least you guys don't have to deal with it. I could have probably picked the town location a little better. Did you get, hey Romcram, did you get yourself captured as a statue? I think maybe we'll back these off a little bit. Oh, I can't. I can. Let's Invert wide wedge, yes. Oh, but we want black marble. 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 Yeah, that's it. And then for this, I want wide wedge. Boink, boink. And then I want skinny wedge. It's called the steep wedge. But anyway, yeah, between stressing out about that gig I signed myself up for, which was tons of fun. I'm going to totally do that again. We're already talking about other holiday songs we can do. Nice. We're already talking about other holiday songs we can do. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Can I? Let me. Yeah. You know what I can maybe do? It's not going to be perfect. Happy Friday, Chuck Sneedmoreland. Hope everything is going well with you. Doink, doink. And that actually doesn't look too bad. I kind of wish there was a little way to fill in that notch, but that's okay. I am a perfectionist, so... Alright, so that's the inside of my house. Let's see if I got everything covered on the outside. Yeah. I have to have like the next floor curve the other way. I need to make like a door that fits this opening. I'm trying to think how best to do that and have it still open and close. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm going to have the next level go the other way. So I was like thinking Tim Burton, right? Postmark Bruce Clark, yeah, yeah. Okay, I need to. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so come back here. I could have used a different material, I suppose. And that is exactly what we want. Look at that. Oh no. That is exactly what we want. There we go. Okay, I think this is what we want. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Nice. Okay. Boink, 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 boink. Alright. That's not the one. There's one below that. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what that looks like from the ground. It's about to get dark. I'm going to have to put more lights out. Oh, I got this backwards. I need one of these slopes. There we go. Yeah, and then how am I going to do a window frame? I think let's do can I fit some windows in there? I might have to get creative with objects to do windows properly. Because we can't really, unless maybe they're really narrow. Thing is, I can't I can't really do them thin like I want. Like if I put that there, it's too far over. So I'm thinking if I put it here, and then I can come back in and fill in the. Oh, I can put a beam in there. It even selected the right beam for me. And then I can actually do the same thing on the other side. And then invert steep wedge. Doink. So kind of. I can't actually, so I can't put one inside, that's the only thing. But I can put a windowsill on top. So I can't do it perfect, like much like everything in Mythruna or even Lego, which is what I take my inspiration from. It's sometimes the imperfectness that is part of the charm. Okay, well I actually don't want that there, but so now we need a beam down. Alright. Yeah, I don't hate it. Although, let me put some lighting around so I can see. I could show you guys what it's like to I could get really crazy here and do we have an inverted low? We don't have an inverted low wedge. That's the issue. Otherwise, that would be kind of cool. We do have a low wedge though, which, see, it's like if I did the low wedge on top instead of that, you'll see what I mean. Let me stand up here for a second. Doink. So see, if I could have done that on the bottom, like the inverse of that on the bottom, it would create these really weird looking windows. But I don't hate that anyway. I think I'll do that. Alright, so let's stand up here and grab that. And I think we can just place that up there. Yep. Grab that, place that there. Grab that. Let's place it on top of there. Hey, pretty cool that I have a light there that's blocking the thing. Okay. I'm gonna have to move that light now though, because it's in the way of the other beam. Where'd it go? Hey, we can do it from really far away. That's kind of cool. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so we got some weird looking windows. It would have been really cool to be able to have the slope. I need to implement inverted low slopes. So tired. Yeah, at the gig on Wednesday, we caught footage from like 3 different cameras, each with their own sort of negative aspects, right? And positive aspects, obviously. And so I'm actually really looking forward to uh, combining all of that this weekend. I'm taking a little bit of a break from Mythruna, and combining that footage together into a single kind of set of music videos for the 6 songs we did. All right. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. See, I really wish we could have done half high. Anyway, whatever. All right. So we want the wide guy here. Wide wedge. Tweak. Can't see. There we go. See who else is on right now. Anybody? Cramp's still on. Nice. I'm not all by myself. All by myself. Don't wanna be. Alright. Looks really. That looks like a creature of some kind from Minecraft. Now it's gonna be running through my head. Alright, so we want here to do another wide wedge. Let's see. Wide wedge, we got it already selected. And we even got the right one selected. Neat. Oh. Oh, oopsie. I clicked the wrong place as I fell. Alright. What? It's still 1 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. in game time. I can actually fast forward time because I'm the admin. The cool thing is, so when you fast forward time, it fast forwards it instantly on the server, but the client will take it a second to catch up. So if I go, like say we just wanted to see we're 1:30, let's just go 3 hours ahead. So time 3 hours. So on the server it goes instantly, but here we get to see the stars rotate real quickly to catch us up to the and so if you go like 2 days ahead, you'll see them go around, and the moon come up and go down, and the sun come up and go down. It's kind of cool. So anyway, yeah, so I advanced time a little bit, so it'll get daylight sooner. Although we're like at the darkest time right now. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's just kind of an optical illusion. Wee, sliding down. Alright, so where are we? Yeah, so there's a weird physics syncing bug. Occasionally you can see the inside of your head. So, anyway. Mythruna has always had a similar issue to that, but I think it's worse now. Oh no, frick. I fell off. There we go. Okay. E, steep wedge. Steep wedge. Now that I can see what I'm doing. Yep, we're going to need another one of those. Yep, that was my bad. I can probably put these down. I'll put these up there from here. Communication. The telephonic invasion. Whoops. So we did Thriller, Werewolves of London, Put a Spell on You. Trying to think of the Halloween themed things, right? And then Where is My Mind, which isn't directly Halloween themed, but I always thought Frankenstein, you know, it'd be funny. And then Spiderwebs by No Doubt. It's a good time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm really thinking about this crooked door and what I can do there. That's kind of cool. So we need to go up one more, maybe. Then put a roof on this thing. Wall jumping. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Okay. So now let's head over to here. Alright, so we want steep wedge. We've already got steep wedge. Look at that. We have exactly what we need. It's almost like there's a pattern to this. Alright, now we need inverted wide wedge. Inverted wide wedge. That is this guy. Blink. Blink, 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 blink. Yeah. Okay, I forgot one of the so we need an inverted narrow wedge. No, inverted wide wedge. And an inverted narrow wedge. Ooh. Ooh, we can't fit that in, can we? No. As they say, problematic. Think I'm gonna have to leave that one out. Maybe fill it in with an object. Yeah, because I can't slide them over. I should have made the house one more wide. I still could. It's only 10 o'clock. Anyway, you guys should feel free, if you were watching the stream, you should feel free to join and be part of the fun. Client hangs. Aw. I wonder, like, are you getting a lot of client hangs or only when you move through certain areas? Let me see if I can find you. Where are you building? Where in the world are you connecting from, Romcram? Always takes a second for the chat. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That sucks. Wonder what happened. Hey, the middleman made it. I heard his kapling. I can't aim today. Oh, I really can't. Keep accidentally deleting my own blocks. So we've got another player in, I think. Oh, we got 3 of us at once. Woo! Man, I kind of miss the days of original Mythruna, because you could log into the server at any time and there would be like 8 or 10 people in there. It was really nice. Miss those days. Okay, so I think we don't need that. I think, or maybe we do. Let's make it. I feel like the player body used to be single-sided and now it's two-sided. Because I feel like we used to be able to look down through our feet. That's also, I think, why sometimes we see the... I think there's something that's setting two-sided triangles that should not be. Okay. So now let me see how I want to make my roof. I think... Yeah, because I'm going to want to come out this side. Like a square. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we'll use a regular wedge. Let's actually make shingles. Put a regular roof on. Wedge. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. There we go. Now I can. Oops. Assuming I can aim better. The momentum catches me sometimes. Yeah. One day I will have figured out how to make all of the crossing the boundary lag go away. Stuck every time I join now. NPE in point cloud state. Can you maybe you did already. I was gonna say, can you post the log? Oh, just got the notification. Yeah, if you post, can you post the log to the bug channel? Yeah, you could be right. There's a way you can work around it. If you... Well, it's weird that it's persistent, right? But if you wanted to, you could turn off... So the point cloud state is what renders the far buildings. So like when I'm here, part of that, I think, yeah, part of the haunted house is actually rendered by the point cloud state. All these buildings off in the distance here, that stuff, this stuff's all rendered by the point cloud state. Only when you get into the actual blocks does it. So you can actually turn that off. But if you can't even join the game, then you would either have to turn it off in the config file, which I can show you how to do, or join a single player game, go to your settings, turn it off. It will remember, I think, when you come back in. But if you post the bug to the bug channel, maybe I'll have something else, something better to say about that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so let's put one. Okay, I want to make this wider though. I want to have it come out. Because then I can put little, wee, crossing the boundaries. Okay, back here. Up mouse wheel to rotate. Okay, I see a post in the, oops, in the thing, so maybe we've got, let me check the bugs. Alright, so, oh, paste, uh-oh. Okay, so you weren't able to generate a report from the crash? Ooh. Object text view cannot read field ID because tile is null. That's interesting. Why is your point cloud state not getting a tile? So as I said, if you want to open up your Mythruna client.config, which is going to be in your, wherever your home directory is, there's going to be a .mythruna2 directory. Okay. It was just stuck. I see. It's still really weird because none of us are having that problem, and that's basically you're getting bad data from the server. Which makes me wonder if I need to just go to where you were and maybe I'll get the same problem. Anyway, in the meantime, if you go to your Mythruna client config, which will be in your actually, let me see if I can find one that, so like in your user home directory, like on Windows, it's going to be users, you know, your user home directory. There's going to be this Mythruna2 directory, and in there should be a Mythruna client config. And if you go in here, you can actually add additional properties by hand if you don't want to go through the trouble of running single player, turning it off, and then joining. The thing you want to do is, so you want to add to your client config, you would want to add something like point cloud state dot enabled false without the thing like that. So capital P point, capital C cloud, capital S state. Actually, I'll paste it to the to Discord. So if you add that into your Mythruna client config, you know, with the comma and everything, make it formatted correctly. Then when you start the game up again, it'll basically do the same thing as if you went into settings here and turned off far structures. So if I turn off far structures, then like think half the haunted house goes away. Oh well, it's dark now. But like all the far buildings will go away. Anyway, so it's dark now. You can't really see it, but okay. And if that's too tricky, like I said, you can join in a single player game, which should still work, and you can go toggle this off, and it should remember that you've done that. Like I think if I toggle mine off and I go and I look, oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe you do have to hand edit it. I don't know if it remembers this particular setting. Although no, I accidentally turned it off once, and then I was wondering why. Well, I didn't accidentally turn it off. I turned it off to check something one time, and then like later on, I was like, why aren't the far buildings loading? And like, oh yeah, because I left it off. I do that all the time where I'll extend my clip out and then I wonder why I get such horrible performance. Okay, so Rom has joined. Okay, now what I want is the inverted, well, we want wood, inverted wood. Inverted wedge. So I can do this and this. That helped. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, it will look crappy because you won't see the far buildings, but could be later you could turn it back on and it'll work again. Alright, so we got that going for us. Alright. Does anybody mind if I run time forward again? Let's see, it's 5. Let's do 5 hours. So that'd bring us up to 6 o'clock. Don't mind. Okay, cool. I try not to use it to cross over the dawn threshold because that's when it... if it helps, it started on the ramp on Oak's house. First I just couldn't move but still turn. Yeah, so if you can't move but can still... So turning is the one thing that's not networked. So if you can't move but can turn, then that means you're not getting... So the network died or something. I feel like the chat here shows it quicker. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is instant. YouTube has a delay. Yes, if you want to chat to me on here, that's totally fine. Oh, wow, it's dark up here. Oh, I've fallen off the edge. But it's funny how you'll get critical mass because, like I was saying, original Mythruna, you could go in and there sometimes be, 8 or 9 people on, and so you would go on and you just hang out because there'd be 8 or 9 people there. But if you go on and there's not 8 or 9 people there, you don't hang out, and so then, so it's like this weird critical mass thing. But when original Mythruna was first put out, the networked version, a bunch of us were full on addicted to it. Like we spent way too many hours. Like development nearly stopped because a bunch of us were just in all the time. And then like if it went down for even like a minute, people would start texting me and stuff. Paul, the Mythruna's down. You need to fix it right away. It's kind of funny. Fun though. That's why there was all that crazy stuff built right in the spawn town. Can I time it right? I did. I got the geometry perfect. So I can have a nice little peak here on the top. Yay! Need to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. All right. I think we'll continue the how do I want that to look? So I did the wrong end of the house because like this is all incomplete. I think maybe I want to go 2 levels deep like I did for the... Let me forget how to fly. Alright, so we want... Let's just make it all the way across for now. Boink, boink. Is there a mass block removal tool? Nope. No, sorry. You gotta do things the hard way. Clickety click click click. At least you don't have to dig. At least not yet. Well, I mean, we've got the magic wand build tool, which disintegrates things. Boink. Alright, look at that. Whoopsie. I built myself off the edge. Yeah, but look, that's exactly what I want. Need to get up in here. I need to be all up in there. Alright. Now we need black marble cube. I think that's what I want. And we'll put it back here to kind of go with the other sunken in version. Whoops. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. That's awesome. Yeah, so I think if I make a block object that fills this gap, that'll be helpful. And then come up with some kind of angular opening door. Yeah, I'm trying to think how I can do that, because I really, really want to now. Like a door that opens like that. Yay. Okay, first, I'm not gonna notice the chat for a minute because I'm gonna be in the block editor tool. So blueprints. Okay, it's gonna read that. Alright, new blueprint. We'll call it steep wedge, because there's not one. Steep. Somebody just ran right by me. Somebody carve this, save it. Somebody just ran right by me. Hello. Blink, blink, blink. How many people have visited my house? Just me. You can visit and take candy. I should put the candy bowl next to my door. There we go. Take a piece of candy. That's crazy. Alright. He's flying around. So yeah, the mole man, you're supposed to like click on the signs and visit the houses. Right click and visit. What did I call it? I called it inverted wide steep wedge. There we go. And then what I want to do is pick stone. My brain locked up for a second. And we want it to be, it's got to be 2 wide, right? And 4 high. Oh, and 4 in this direction too. I'm just roughing it out. I'm going to come back with the wedges and fix it. Okay, so that's that. And so then, yeah, so then we need, oh no, I mean I do have inverted steep wedges, but they wouldn't fit in that slot. That's what it was. So then we want this here. And here. Yep. And then we want inverted wide wedge for here and here. And see, it looks just like an inverted wide wedge. Say, or inverted steep wedge. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Alright, so then we will select the object tool. Alright, there we go. Of course, that's completely backwards. That's unfortunate. Uh-oh. I seem to have placed it in a bad place. Let's place it down here, because then we can flip it around. So I can flip it around faster this way. That's the way we want it. And what if I snap it? What's it going to do? Yep, okay, snap's pretty good. So let's get it up in there. I think I'm going to want to, oh, maybe I can do it far enough away. That's pretty close. So let's see what snap will do. It's probably going to screw it up. Yep. And now I won't be able to move it. Oh, I can. Okay. I really need like a fine control. Well, the other thing is I could be in a position where I could see it a little better. Sticking out, that's why. That's pretty close. Pretty close. That's probably as good as it's going to get. Alright, so I need to make another one. It's about to get dark again anyway. And we could put it. Oh, I need 2 more, in fact. So the other thing is you've hit the X key. It puts you into walk mode, which means you can move a little slower, which is kind of nice when you're trying to get detailed little movements. Walk mode is a little bit better. Oh yeah, so I have to like thread the needle here because if I hit either the top or the bottom, it's gonna try to it's gonna tell me it can't move that fast because it's see. Oh no, I created another one. Awesome. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted to do was slightly move this one. Delete. Delete. Yes, if we angle it a little bit out, that works. Alright, so then turn this one around. We walk so slow when we're in walk mode. You guys should be glad I don't make you walk this way all the time. See? That's what a walk animation looks like, though. Yeah, see, I think I want it as far into there as I can get it without it sticking out. Well, it kind of sticks out, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to do something similar here. Let's see. Let's get it in the right place. Actually, I think if we... Let's get it close, and let me see if I can snap it, and that'll at least set the angle correct. Yeah. Alright, not perfect, but pretty good. The lighting is weird, which is one thing, but from a bit of a distance, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, it definitely looks more Looney Tunes now than... Haha. Let me see if I can make an angled doorway with the time we have left. Who all's in? I need to go visit everybody's houses too. I need to find them. So let's say blueprints, new blueprint. Let's call it crooked door. We'll leave it. Maybe. Trying to think how I want to do this. Do I want to make a door that's like this with sloped top and bottom? I'm kind of thinking yeah. But then what angle do I need that top and bottom to be? It's 22.5 this way. So I think also 22.5. So I think we can do it. We don't have inverted wedges for the wood, so I won't be able to make a wood door. Maybe we can make a white marble door. Okay, so cube. I don't know how wide that door should be. Somebody's running around me while I'm working on my blueprints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's 2. So we want it like this, I think. Let's make a prototype. I don't want to spend a lot of time making the angles if it's not going to work out. Well, I kind of have to make the angles to see, don't I? Alright, so let's do the inverted wide wedge. No. Oh, maybe I don't have the wedge I need. I need an inverted low wedge. I do not have an inverted low wedge. We can't do it this way. We have to do it the other way. I think we can still have it bend, though. Alright, so inverted wide wedge, we want wide wedge. Now at least the geometry is easier to figure out. Let's save this, and then I need to look at the thing again. Yeah, because I think it's a block and a half. Well, let's flip over to the... Oh, I have to hit the wrong key and then was wondering why it wasn't loading. Yes, it's a block and a half. I need to fix that. Crooked door. Okay, edit. So if it's a block and a half, this needs to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can do like this. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, though we need to be full width. I did it again. I'll put that there for a second because I don't really need it. I need just an inverted steep wedge to go here, and then this one will go above it. I have to move all this over. Or I won't have room to go up. Okay, so I need a steep wedge. Once I get all the parts in place, I can just repeat. And then now we need a cube. Boink, 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 boink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's perfect. Oops. So we go like this, then like this, and this, and like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the height we want. We almost don't have enough build room to do this. Okay, let's put a knob on. We will use a, let's make an iron horizontal cylinder. That's a big knob. I know what we'll do. We'll do a steep wedge. Steep wedge. Yep, and then we'll do inverted steep wedge. Okay, so we got like a curved door handle. Ah, I like it. I'm going to use carved materials. Nah, I like it. I like the doors to look like they were constructed out of something else. Okay, so now a workbench. New design. Crooked door. Yeah. Crooked door. I left the space out just so I can tell the difference between. So we want to add a joint. And the joint's in the middle. We want the joint to be let me add the part to it first. Crooked door. Okay. So what we want is we want the part to be right on the other side, actually. Wonder if it'll let me go all the way. Nope. I can't do what I want to do. I wonder. Yeah, so maybe if I flip it around 180 degrees. The thing is, I think that's going to, yeah. Let's make this 0 and see what happens. So it's not actually going to fix the problem. Because I don't think I can go as much as I need to go. Yeah, see, the door's still on the wrong side. Okay, actually, I'm gonna go with it. We're going to say that the door handle's on the wrong side because this is a crazy house, right? -1, blink, perfect. So the door's on the wrong side because it's a crazy house. But it won't open correctly. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. Oh well, I will do it as if I could have done it, but it's going to open into the ground, so It's going to be lame. Oh, it's going to be lamer still because it's not going to be pivoting on the right place. Yeah, I really should take out that limitation. So if we knew what we wanted to do, so we're minus 1.5. You know what? I can hack my own client. You guys can't do this, but I can do this. Where? UI, assembly, joint editor, quad D, vec3d editor. Where do I create the min, max? Oh, I passed them in, so it's wherever I created this. So, location editor. Yeah, so if I can make this like temporarily. Yeah, so let me exit out. I'm gonna come back in. I'm coming back, don't worry. I'm gonna finish this stupid door. The thing is, it's just a UI limitation. The sub-assemblies, they don't care what kind of parameters. Wait, Java's not happy. There it goes. I'm really happy none of you have hit that priority null pointer exception because I hit it twice while I was testing it, while I was working on the thing trying to get ready. Connect. Enter my password, star. Oops, maybe I used the wrong stars. Yep. All right. Workbench. Crooked door. Edit the design. Okay, so now if we go here, we should be able to make it. Is this still? Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's funny, it wasn't making noise before, I think. I was hoping I let it go far enough. Alright, let's see if it pivots in the right place for what I want to do. Okay. There we go, exactly. Okay. And now if we roll... Oh, no. Okay, well... So actually... I didn't need to put it quite as far. We would still run into problems. This doesn't seem right. Did I get my math wrong? Yeah, I did. It's whatever the, what's the arc, inverse sine of 0.5? I'm trying to see, let's see. Nope. 26.5 seems to be about as close as we're going to get. Okay, and now I didn't change the amount of y I can move. I'm probably going to regret that. Okay, so let me get this all the way up. I mean, it's going to be okay. I can always move the... Oh no, I'm going to be able to need to go up all the way, aren't I? Let me go up all the way, please. Oh, yes. Awesome. Right there. That's where we want it. Okay. So then what I can do... Well, I have to see if the joints work in the order that I think they do. Because I need to be able to roll this back. And I think yaw... I'm going to have to... I don't think I can add... Can I have joints under joints? That might be what I need. Yeah, because if I yaw this, it's going to yaw in the wrong direction. I need a joint under a joint. Which is totally doable. Yeah, but shoot, that means I'm going to have to... So if we add a joint in here... We remove this. Yeah, so we add a part under here. The crooked door. Let me think. This is the joint we want to animate. So let's animate it first. And so when it's open, when it's closed we want there, when it's open, oh, that's right. I have to go back to joint 1 and make this the same, 26.5. If I can make this work, it'll be cool, but it's tricky. Okay, so then joint 2, base joint 2, joint 1, joint 2, there we go. Okay. So open, nothing changes until we... See, that is kind of working like I want. but I just want it to hinge in a different place. So then we come into joint 2, we move this, and we got to be able to move our okay. And then we roll our door back. Oh yeah, so I forgot I needed to roll the door first. Poop. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to come all the way up. Anyway, those of you who were able to log in, I really appreciate you hanging out with me on this server. It's awesome. Hopefully we can think of more activities to get people more involved. And I think maybe I might leave the Halloween Town open all week if people want to jump in and make some stuff. I didn't want to announce that because I didn't want people to think they could miss the live stream or miss logging in tonight. Oh. Why is this? Oh, right. Come on. Come on, hand. Come on. There we go. There we go. We're in like a weird bent space, so everything's gonna take like, yeah. And I can't lean down anymore. Alright, that's pretty close, I think. So let's see if it still works like I want it. Like if we go to joint, just say open. Yes, it does. It doesn't open far enough, but it's definitely on the right track. Okay, so joint 1, joint 2, open. We want this to open way more than that. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be allowed to put this in the world, but that's a pretty cool door right there. Alright. Let's see who's still on with me. Oh, Ron Cram left. I hope it wasn't because of another crash. Oh, there's somebody logging in, I think. Or... Huh. So we've got like a login. Oh, that's just normal stuff. Logged in. Okay. Oh, so he's getting in. There he is. Yeah. Oh, Yvania. Different character, maybe. It's like slam my... Aw. Sorry. Okay, let's see if I can get my door in. Of course, I wish it was brighter outside. Oh, that's right. I re-logged in, so I've got to get all of my stuff again. That's what I meant by saying it takes a long time. There's my crooked door, and it is completely backwards. But let's see if it works. Oh no. Oh, I got the wrong crooked door. Yeah, I mean, that is true. It does happen, right? Okay. Okay, so if I click this now, it should open. Ah! Okay. So we just have to see if we can fit it in the doorway. What happens if I snap this? Is it going to get confused? Oh no, it's actually not bad. Okay, so let's put slow walk on again. Is it going to let me fit it in? Oh no. Am I going to have to disassemble the doorway around it? I don't know. That's pretty good. I think that's good enough. Okay, so welcome to Casa del Fade. You walk up. You walk up and hit the door, and it opens. You can't actually go through the door though because there's a bug in the way the collision shapes work. But it's cool looking. Yeah. So yeah, there's a bug with the animated collision shapes. I don't know why it only works for regular doors. But that's a cool looking door right there. I wonder if I can push it back a little more. Nope. Nope. That's it. That's good as gonna get. Yeah, neat. What a strange idea for a house. And I can put these. Oh, let me select. Let's give myself some lights. Oh no 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 no. We want the one against the walls. There we go. This one here, and this one here. There we go. Now I can get rid of these up here. There's my crooked house. With an open backside. That's okay though. Alright, I gotta find everybody's houses. So Romcram, did you log in as a different character, or is that somebody else that's logged in? Alright, let me see if I can find houses I haven't visited yet. Well, I see some construction off in the distance. Let me see who else has made a... we got a bunch of green lights, so somebody was building in there. Let me see who else has made a statue. Oh. Yeah, try a new character. Cool. Okay, so we've got 2 statues. That's Ivania's. Okay. Oh, we got 3 statues. Nice. I tried to make them go in order so that they would be the inside ones first. There's Rom's. You have to come back in the daytime and see what they look like. Yeah, the jester. Alright, let me exit out the ceiling here. And there was somebody's house over here with all the green lights. Oh, that's Oak's house. I already went there. I already visited that house. I'm going trick-or-treating. I've already got like 3 pieces of candy. Okay, whose house is this? This is Rom's house. Okay, so let me visit Rom's house. And let me get some candy. Oh, take some candy. 2 pieces of candy have been taken. How many candy do I have? How much candy do I have? Candy, 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 candy! I have 5 pieces of candy. Nice. Oh, we got a drawbridge. Oh, spiky moat. You can actually make animated drawbridges too, by the way. Oh yeah, you've got a column boundary right through the middle of your property too. It's like I get a lag right when I'm walking through the center. Alright, so Yvonnia, if that's how I pronounce that, has already got a costume. Does that mean they are making a house? I don't see one. I may have to do a more thorough investigation of the neighborhood as the week goes. Oh, I see. No, that's just a tree. But I don't think I found... Did I find the mole man's house? Maybe I did. It doesn't tell me who I visited. That's probably worthwhile add, though. Be able to list the places you visited. That's a crazy looking house right there. Oh yeah, I think somebody was like right next to me, right? Yeah, so I went to all these houses. I went to my house. Whose house was this? Gomrick's, that's right. I did do Gomrick's already. Won't let me visit it again, yeah. That's Zathras's house. Did the mole man? The middleman. I can't remember. I need to make a more obvious indication of when the places are already taken. He might be deep in building. Well, there's some edits here, it looks like. Yeah, here he is. Oh, we got a funky light post out here. A tree that's knocked over. Good times. I'm gonna visit it. I'll come back and visit later too. I'm gonna take some candy. Candy, candy, candy. So how much candy do I have now? 6 pieces of candy. Alright. Nice. Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to log out. Let you guys do your thing. I'll come back and check on the server later, but I gotta eat dinner and it's like getting late. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Maybe next year we'll have even more people and so on. I think next year we're gonna maybe reuse this concept. We didn't fill out this Halloween town all the way, so maybe next year we'll just reuse this Halloween town and let more people fill it in. Like over the next few years, we'll just keep filling in this Halloween town and keep filling in new costumes. And you know, if this if this level of costumes gets full, I'll make another level below it, kind of thing. But I think we can get like at least another year out of this town, maybe a couple more years, depending on how popular the game gets, right? Maybe next year we fill up the whole town and I got to make up more. And that would be nice too. Alrighty. I can hear the crackle of the fire. We need smell-o-vision so that I can smell the wood burning. Alright, I'm gonna exit out. Anyway, thanks for joining, guys. I'm gonna come in later to this weekend and see what people have built and see if I can collect some more candy and stuff. And maybe I'll add some way for us to easily see who came by our house and stuff, because I think that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, I gotta use the bathroom and do those sorts of things. So I'm gonna say thanks for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and keep having fun in the game, doing your thing. I'm gonna check it out later. And we'll catch you next week. I hope if you're working on something creative that you have a super productive week. And I'm not sure what we'll do next live stream, but it'll be interesting, I guess. All right, see you guys.